Hey everyone, this is the Breezy, and this is going to be my review of the Star Wars The Black Series Cantina Showdown Toys R Us exclusive set. And I know originally last week, when I did my video, like the pickups thing where I said I finally got into the Star Wars Black Series, I said I was going to review these figures individually, and, well, honestly I picked up two more figures today, and I felt I didn't want to overflow this with an extra unnecessary video since I've been uploading so many videos lately. So I figured I'd review it as a set because it came in a set and it's a really, really nice set if you don't have these two figures. And I managed to actually save the cardboard diorama that was inside the actual packaging, and it looks nice, and this is pretty much how I have it displayed. So yeah, I mean, I usually pose them around and just put them back in the same poses where they were in packaging, just so you could see that I actually managed to take it out, no problem. But yeah, this is a very nice set, so let's go ahead and move on to what you actually get with this set. Alright, now it's time to look at what actually comes with this set, and it's actually quite a lot. Most of the accessories are, I'd say 90% of the accessories are associated with Han Solo, though. And they were in the single release, single box release, I should say. I wanted to say card, but these are all in a box. But let's go ahead and take a look at Han Solo and what he comes with real quick. Of course, the obvious thing you want to talk about Han Solo is this whole area right here. It looks very, very often in a lot of pictures and even some videos. In person, it looks enough like Harrison Ford that you're like, I can see him in there. You know, it's decent. It's definitely the best Harrison Ford likeness that Hasbro's ever done. And quite honestly, nobody has ever really captured Harrison Ford 100%. It's just something about this dude's face that nobody can get it right. And like every year that he adds to his face, there's like another wrinkle or something that tells how old he is, or some badass stuff that he did as an Indiana Jones or something. I don't know. But yeah, every time you see him, his face is different pretty much. So it's just hard to knock it down, and I feel that they've generalized him. I mean, not even Hot Toys has 100% accurate him, like their DX05 Indiana Jones, which I really, really want. I'd say it's about 80-85% Harrison Ford. Still looks like him though, and it definitely looks like Indiana Jones. And for me, it's like if I can see the actor in there and it looks like the character, it's good enough for me. You know, definitely good enough for me. And I see Han Solo here. May not see Harrison Ford 100%, but I see Han Solo. And to me, that's all that matters. And I say it's good enough likeness. Like I said, it's Hasbro. You're not going to expect too much from them. And I gotta say, it's pretty darn good for Hasbro. But yeah, going to the articulation. And the articulation is something that I did hate about Marvel Legends. And the box just fell. Yay. For me, the Marvel Legends, they have too much articulation. Yes, there's such a thing as too much articulation in my mind. If you have so much articulation there that it's breaking up the sculpt, and you have lots of gaps in the joints and everything, that just looks ugly to me, and I don't like that. Sure, everybody loves a double bend elbow because you can get the arm like perpendicular to each other, or parallel, I should say, parallel to each other, because this is perpendicular. Wow, screwing up on my terms today. Yeah, of course everybody likes the double bend, especially in like a Hot Toys figure or a cloth figure where you don't see the joint. I think if it's cloth and you don't see the joint, it should have a double bend no matter what. But for these guys, especially in this smaller scale, I prefer the single jointed elbows because they just look so much better. With the knees, you can go a double bend because they're thick enough and you can hide the joint very well. So I mean, like that doesn't look too bad. And honestly, you're never going to look at the figure from the front like this. With the elbows, you're going to see the joint from the front no matter what. And especially from the side, you're just going to have those big gaps in that big triangle piece back here. I just don't like that. And it's personal preference. You know, if you like way more articulation, you care more about articulation in the sculpt, that's perfectly fine. But for me, I like to have a good sculpt, not completely broken up by articulation. That's why I haven't got any import figures, you know, like a Figma or something, because they have the weird, ugly articulation on those, and I don't like that. But yeah, the articulation, like I said, double bend knee, The legs don't go out that far. They're just on like a little ball peg in there. Very cool though. Like I said, single joint elbow. Hinge there. Goes out really, really nicely. Hinge on the wrist. And I really wish NECA would do this for their Predator figures. And for most of the figures in general. Because the ball joint, you pop it off and it's hard to get the hands back on because they're so small. I mean, it works great for a Hot Toys figure because they have the peg going into the hand, and plus, it's a bigger size. I think it's just a matter of that peg is so small. It's just really hard to get these scale hands on pegs like that. But I definitely see why the hinge is like that. They have some figures like before with ball joints that you pop in and out and everything, like the Kick-Ass armored figure, stuff like that. I just wish they would make their hands universal like this because I really like this hand design. Really nice. But yeah. And one of his accessories that he has on him, which I didn't take off because I didn't feel like it, is his belt for his normal pistol. The DL-44 or something like that. I don't know. Which is right here. I'm not great with Star Wars weapon names. Used to be, but then I just kind of forgot all that stuff. But this weapon is nicely detailed. This is impressive for Hasbro. I mean, just look at that right there. That's Hot Toys quality paint. That's awesome. This is great. Hasbro, you did a nice job on this blaster. Let me just go ahead and put that in his hand so I don't lose it anywhere. See, there it is in his hand. Really cool. And some other accessories that he comes with. He has 2 interchangeable hands. And they're gloved hands, and I really like this one right here. The sculpt on this one's really cool. But just so you can see the detail. Very nicely painted. Pretty cool. And the last thing the Han Solo comes with, well, 2 more things, but technically one. A Stormtrooper belt. But it's easy, you just gotta take his normal ammo belt off, and or gun holster, I should say, not ammo belt. And you just put the Stormtrooper belt on, and it comes with a Stormtrooper blaster, which has no paint on it, but is nicely sculpted. Very nicely sculpted. Like this quite a lot. Now moving on to the second figure, and that's Greedo. And this, for me, is the star of the show for this set. Because this figure is awesome. I don't even like Greedo as a character. Yeah, he's on screen for like a minute, maybe 2, and it just never really clicked with me. But this figure, I love the look of it, I love the paint, I love the sculpt. Hasbro did a fine job making Greedo, and they made me love him. If you can make me love... What the fuck? If you can make me love a character that I don't care about with an action figure, that says something. And just look at the detail on this guy. The paint job, fantastic. This head sculpt, even better. This guy's really, really awesome. And just like Han Solo, single bend there. Forgot to mention the waist crunch, but yeah. Double bend knees, which I think look even better on this guy. And of course they do have the Marvel Legends style ankles, which I do like, because they're great for posing. But he also comes with a holster as well. And his only accessory, besides the holster, is this little gun. And it's painted, it's just so small that you can barely tell. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So, obviously, the question of this review is, do I recommend this or do I not? And yes, I do. If you are just a straightforward NECA collector like me, and you're scared to branch out, but you love Star Wars, you can safely buy this series because it's awesomely detailed and really awesome. If you just love Star Wars and you're a figure collector, this is really awesome. If you just love Star Wars and you want to get into figure collecting, this is awesome. This set is really, really awesome, and these figures were previously re-released, but they're a little harder to get a hold of. Greedo, not so much. He's still kind of a peg warmer, but Han Solo is pretty much very much sold out. This set you can just walk into any Toys R Us and still get, so I say get it, because if you're just getting in this line, it's a great way to get Han Solo and another figure to go along with it. You get this awesome diorama if you take it out carefully. And it's a great way to kick off your collection, at least with me. That's the way I thought. And I just want to show the box real quick. This is the box. I showed it in my pickups, but yeah, it's just a really awesome black box. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just gotta say, I highly recommend it, unless you already own these figures, because otherwise there's no point, because it's just a cardboard box. But otherwise, these figures are absolutely worth picking up, and yeah, they're that great. So anyway, I've been the Barry Zeno for Collecting Figures and Entertainment. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.